All right, guys, it's Darius with Off-Road Universe. Welcome back. We've got a little bit of an update on the 1990 DT50 LC. As you can see, I've got the gas tank off, I've got the seat off, side panels, and been cleaning up a little bit. One of the things, if you actually remember, was really bad were these rims. We ended up cleaning the rims as best we could, and with some rust remover and a little bit of wire wheel action. We got these clean, and there's still a little bit of pitting you can see like over here, but honestly I think it looks pretty darn good. I think they look really good based on where we were at. I'm not done with the spokes or anything, but we got the majority of that nasty rust off and did the same in the rear. So you know, the spokes still need some cleaning. Obviously, there's a lot of that rust remover. It leaves like a white film on them, so they just look awful. I'm going to end up getting a new rear sprocket, new chain, obviously, probably some new snail adjusters or whatever these are, and just kind of cleaning all this up. But what I wanted to share, which is good news, is that once we got the gas tank off, I pulled the cylinder. It looks like she's 0.25 over, so somebody did an overbore on her. And the compression was a little bit low, so I'm going to end up sending that off and sourcing the right oversized piston. But the really good news is that we've got zero up and down play here, which is great. And we got a little bit of side to side, which of course is fine. If it's super sloppy, that may be an indicator that there's a lot of wear, but this is very minimal side to side, and there's zero up and down. So we're good. And the same thing on the flywheel side with the crank bearings. If you take off this cover and you grab, there's no up and down on the crank bearings. So yeah, basically she's moving along. I've got a few things in the works. I've got a seat cover that I'm waiting on. It's a little late from DHL. I've got some good guys in Portugal doing some color matching on the tank graphics. I've got a fork boot that's original coming from Japan, but I only have one, and I have an Amazon set that's kind of an interesting green. It looks like it could be close, maybe a little more of a green than a mint, but I might try some right dye and boil the rubber and see if I can get the color a little bit closer, maybe by adding a little bit of blue to it. So I've got two sets, and so I can do a little bit of a sample and cut out some squares. So yeah, now with the fenders, I did find a DT50 for sale online, and I asked the guy if I could buy his fenders because they were not cracked like this one is, but we'll see. And also did find someone that had one of the plastic pieces in the actual mint color. So we'll see if I can source that and maybe just buy that part. Otherwise, I've got one coming that I'll have to paint, but that's no big deal. But yeah, as long as the motor is good on the bottom end, I mean, I think we're going to be in good shape. I am wondering if there's maybe a head leak because the piston is relatively tight, and she wasn't running really good. And I'm going to find out, you know, potentially that could have been a crank seal leak. Could also be just a bad head gasket. The head does not look warped. Let me show y'all here. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe there's the tank down there, and just a mess here in the garage. Also, just to share, did clean this up a bit too. I'm definitely not done with it, but I got the majority of the rust off the top, but still have some of these under parts to work on. But this is the cylinder. She's not looking too bad. And let's see, the 0.25 over piston, I don't know where that is. I think this is right here. And so, yeah, this is the one that's 0.25 over that came with her. And so I'm thinking that we're going to go another 0.25 mil over and just rebore everything. But I'm also wondering if maybe the head gasket was just not sealing very well. So we're going to find that out. Had the head, let me grab the head here. I don't see any warping. With these, it's kind of hard to check for warping because you got to get off this little piece here that houses the thermostat. But just from what I can kind of lay flat, I don't feel any warping. So we'll see. But that could have been an issue where water was getting in there because she would just not even move under her own power. And there was a lot of white smoke. So we'll see. We're going to get some new gaskets. We're going to put everything together. And like I said, I don't sense any warping here. This seems to be really nice and, you know, flat. But she's moving along. We'll get there, and I'll keep you guys updated as we kind of make progress with the DT50 build 1990. If you want to watch more, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. And we're going to be working on this winter project here in the garage and getting it done as we always do. Thanks for watching.